I'm going to use my Big Campus for, and Schoolwork is to set a multiple choice question for students and also have that graded by my Big Campus, so there's no need for me to mark it. So the first step I'm going to do is to click on Schoolwork, and I'm going to create a new Schoolwork. Okay, I'm going to call it End of Term Test. I'm going to hover over the question mark and I'm going to choose the most appropriate schoolwork type, and the one that I'm going to use is going to be a quiz. So it's a graded test that can include any combination of questions, groups and questions. So I'm going to select quiz here. I've called it End of Term Test and I'm going to save and continue. Okay. As soon as I'm here, I'm going to add a new question, and again I can use the orange question marks to check that I come up with the right type, and it's going to be a multiple choice question. And just off the screen now I'm going to just cut and paste my question from another document. So my question is going to be very simply, exercise is, and I'm going to give 4 choices. It's only going to be worth 1 mark, and if I just scroll down, it's got 2 choices, so I'm just going to add new answers till I've got 4, and I'm going to put in my first option. I'm just going to copy and paste them because it's a little bit quicker than typing them out while we're recording. My third choice, and finally my 4th choice. Because I want my Big Campus to grade this, I have to tell it which one is the correct answer, and the correct answer for this question is A. And then once I'm happy with that, I'm going to click Add, and I can see my multiple choice question. It's worth 1 mark, and what I can then do is carry on now adding more questions. I could also add different types of questions if I'd like to. We won't need to add any standards, but we will need to assign it to a group. Before I do that, it's important that I save my document. I've got a nice reminder. I know that it's successfully saved. So I'm going to look at my assignees. Before I give it to any students, I just want to check what it's looking like. So I'm going to click on Student View. From Student View I can see my question and I can see my 4 choices, and when students answer it will just be a simple case of clicking on the correct box there. Okay. So I'm going to go back to assignments, and now I'm going to look at assigning it to a group of students. Okay. I'm going to assign it to my Year 7 group. Okay. And I'm going to select when they can start from. Okay. So I'm going to allow them to start from tomorrow, and do it from 11 o'clock. Going the other way, we'll go for 10:30, and I'd like it to be due in for let's see, the following week. Okay, and again we'll be happy with the time, and I'm not going to password protect it. I can choose how many times I allow students to submit their responses. So we're going to allow them to submit it up to 3 times. Obviously I put more questions in. I'm not going to allow late submissions. I can also set a retake threshold. So any student that scores less than 80% will have to retake it. I do want students to see the results when they complete it. but I don't want them to see the correct answers, and I don't want it to form part of a discussion. So those are all my options there. I'm going to save that then, and there I can see all the details. None of them have obviously been completed yet. There's my details there. What I can do is I can look at reports now. So as students start to complete this, what I'll start to see is a list of all the students that have taken that test, and I'll be able to see their when they have submitted it, what percentage they got and what score they got. So it saves me having to collate any of that information. I can also then go and look at my question statistics to see which questions they are getting right or which questions they are getting wrong, and obviously tailor my teaching the next lesson to take that into account. Okay, and that's using multiple choice questions and quizzes in Schoolwork.